Hi guys, welcome to my very first official YouTube video. So today we're gonna do some baking. The recipe I'm making is actually based on a recipe from Gwyneth Paltrow's cookbook called It's All Good. If you're watching and you like what you see, I'm down to come work at the Goop Lab anytime. Just so you know. Anyway, this recipe is really good. I actually got it from one of my clients, and it's very easy to substitute different ingredients in and out. With COVID-19, some grocery stores are stocked, some aren't. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. All right, let's cook. So let's get started. We have our pumpkin in the bowl already. Here it is. I used this canned pumpkin. Don't get the pumpkin pie mix because that has other stuff in it. Just get regular canned pumpkin. To that, we're gonna add a half a cup of olive oil, a half a cup of almond milk, three-quarters of a cup of honey. Also use maple syrup if you have it. I did not, so we're doing honey. If you don't have pumpkin, you could also use like a brown banana. So you could substitute 2 brown bananas. You could also use a cooked sweet potato. This one's not cooked, but you could roast that. That's what the original recipe calls for. Throw it up in here. Delicious. Then you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I don't measure because guess what? Vanilla's delish, so I always put extra. Okay, so now you have all of your wet ingredients in there. It's time to start with the dry. All right, so to the mix, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Yoink. The original recipe calls for just Chinese 5-spice, but I like to mix it up. And you know, it's the zombie apocalypse, so use what you got. In here I have 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Then you can add a pinch of salt. By a pinch, I mean about like that. Technically, you could put all of your dry ingredients into a separate bowl and then add them to your wet. But if you just use your whisk and a little bit of elbow grease, get it? See, that's my elbow. We want 2 cups of flour. So I'm using whole wheat flour. Now, for shits and gigs, I'm gonna throw in some extra things. 1/3 of a cup of walnuts, and also 1/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. I've convinced myself that they're healthy because they are 53% cacao. They're not really healthy. We're gonna do a little more than 1/3 of a cup. Okay, so now we're ready to scoop. You guys know how to scoop a muffin, but we're gonna do it for theatrical purposes. So we definitely have some extra batter. What I'm gonna do is bake the rest of it off in a little loaf pan and give it to somebody. Hopefully I haven't contaminated it with any coronavirus, but I am a frequent hand washer, so I think it's gonna be okay.